everyone, it's Todd here from Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. Join Dave and myself today as we bring you 3 separate fun Super Bowl appetizers, only on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. Hello to all our Fox Hallow Fam. I'm Todd.
And I'm Dave.
And welcome to Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. Once again, it's that time of year for our Super Bowl Appetizers Special. First quarter, I'm going to show you how to make Bravo dip.
And then the second quarter, we're going to make peanut butter and jelly wings.
Special request by our friend Mr. Matt Tracy. And I believe we also have a special halftime show in order to.
We do.
And then the fourth quarter, what do we got in mind here?
We are going to make Cheeseburger Crunch wraps. They are delicious.
Simple, easy, and of course,
oh so good.
So if you're ready,
then let's have some fun.
Alright, Dave, have you ever been to a football game?
A couple.
What was the most famous one you've ever been to?
I've never been to like a professional football game.
Okay, I bet you've been to like a college game or a high school game.
High school, yeah.
Okay. I think honestly probably the only major football game I could think of was I went to see the Colts and the Redskins in Indianapolis.
Okay. Wow.
That was kind of a different experience because you can't even hear yourself thinking they're Indianapolis's old stadium. So,
okay.
What we're gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna shred up some cheddar cheese here.
Okay.
And we're actually gonna use this for this recipe, the Bravo dip, and then also for our cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go ahead and get this shredded up here. And once again, Dave, why do we shred our own cheese here at Fox Hallow?
Shred our own cheese because the pre-shredded cheese has an anti-clumping agent that keeps it from caking together in the bag, but it's not as melty for that reason. There's a chemical on it that prevents it from being gooey and melty, so.
Yeah, and we like our melty cheese.
Oh, yeah.
And the nice thing with these appetizers that we're doing, you can make them for basically anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be.
Right.
It just so happens that today's the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Or some people call it the Taylor Swift concert, so. But, you know, we won't talk about that.
No.
So. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and get this shredded down here, and then we'll go ahead and move on.
Alright.
Alright, now Dave, I know you like your tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
Alright, next up we're going to go ahead and dice up some tomato here for our Bravo dip. Now you guys know I am no expert dicer at anything, but I'm going to do the best I can with this. We basically just want to kind of dice it down, and then that way we can kind of sprinkle it on top of the dip, so. So, yeah. See if I can do this without butchering it too much. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then we'll get ready, and I'm going to dice up some onion.
Okay.
Alright. Alright guys, let's go ahead and cut up our onion here.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half here.
Okay.
First half I'm going to dice down into smaller chunks. Then you said you actually need some for some onion, or I guess you would call it strips.
Yes. We're just going to slice the second part. Second half.
Yeah. How do you think I'm doing here, Dave?
Doing good.
Actually, I think that's actually looking pretty good.
Yep.
I'm going to just kind of break a couple of these sections down a little bit better. And then I'll go ahead and cut the other half into strips then.
Sounds good.
Alright. One last thing before we assemble everything in our pan. We're going to combine 8 ounces of sour cream with an 8-ounce block of cream cheese.
Yes.
Or as Dave likes to call, cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
Most that out of there. But yeah, I think outside of watching the game,
Uh-huh.
I always love the Super Bowl commercials.
Mm-hmm.
The Budweiser Clydesdales always kind of get me excited, so I'm going to go ahead and just mix this all together here, and then we'll get ready and combine everything, and that'll be the end of quarter one.
Okay.
And then we will move into quarter two.
Okay.
And I believe we also have a special halftime show, don't we?
Yes. Yes, we do.
So tune in and wait and see what happens here.
Okay.
All right, now we're ready to assemble our Bravo dip. I'm going to go ahead and take our cream cheese sour cream mixture and put it into the bottom of our cake pan here.
Okay.
If you don't have a cake pan, basically any kind of like rectangular pan would even work. Just kind of get it spread out the best you can here. Which I think I'm actually having pretty good success so far.
So far? Well, it looks good.
And Dave, you know I absolutely love football.
Okay.
I've been to training camp how many times?
Yeah.
Between going out with my dad and by myself, and then also with my job as well also.
Yes, for the viewers at home, the Pittsburgh Steelers training camp is not that far from here. And if you're not from around here, you wouldn't necessarily know that, but they invite people to come and watch. And
yeah, it's a good time. It's very family friendly, very fan oriented, so okay, I think that looks pretty good there.
I think that looks great.
Okay, next up we are going to add some taco sauce. Now the recipe says for just kind of spread it out here.
Okay.
I just kind of want to make sure. I think that looks pretty good there.
Plenty, yeah.
There's probably more than what we need, but
probably.
Next up, remember all that cheese we shredded, Dave?
All that cheese.
We're gonna put half of the cheese mixture.
Okay. What about 4 ounces, maybe?
Oh.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah, I kind of want to make sure all our cheese is nice and combined here. Okay, I think that looks pretty good there.
Okay.
What do you think?
Looks great.
Next up, we are going to add our lettuce, which I just have a big old bag of lettuce here. Okay, and then we're going to add some onion.
Okay.
Probably not going to use all the onion.
Yeah, you probably don't need it. You could also use green onion, scallions. We just use chopped or yellow onion. Okay.
I think that looks pretty good there.
Yeah.
And then our tomato.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we got a little bit of tomato here, so let's try and get it spread out.
Spread out.
Okay. Because I mean, tomato does kind of complement a lot. So.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and one last thing, we gotta add a little bit of
cheese to the top.
Yes.
There you go.
Alrighty, and there we go. We have our Bravo dip. You ready for quarter number 2 there, Dave?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and do it. Alright, next up we got on the menu here, we got a special request by a friend of ours.
Yes.
Yeah. Matt Tracy, a friend of ours, actually requested that we do this recipe. So we're going to go ahead and start off with half a cup of creamy peanut butter into a bowl here. Juice of 2 limes.
About a quarter cup, yeah.
1 cup of grape jelly. I'm more of a strawberry jelly, but you know. 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
To that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of sriracha.
A little kick there.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
And 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger.
Okay.
And I'm just going to whisk all this together here until it's nice and smooth. And then I believe you're going to be cooking the wings, Dave.
Yes, and then we'll cook wings.
Okay.
Get this together until it's a smooth sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Might take a little doing.
Yeah, especially with the jelly, so.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and do it.
All right, so next we're going to cook our wings. We're going to do ours in the air fryer. You can always deep fry them, of course, but we're going to do crispy wings in the air fryer. To do that, you cook them in 2 stages. We're going to throw some wings in the bottom here. First, we want to cook the wings, and then we want to crisp them. So I'm going to throw my wings in the bottom of my air fryer here. Make like a single layer as best you can. Okay. And then we're going to put our lid on. And we're going to air fry these at 300 degrees for about 20 minutes to cook them the whole way through. And we'll go ahead and start. Okay, now that my wings have cooked for about 20 minutes at 300, they're basically par-baked at this point. I'm going to rearrange them a little bit in here, in my basket. Just get them with my tongs and move them around a little bit. Unstick them from the floor of the basket a little bit. Get that one's a little stuck. Just move them around a little bit. Okay, and what we're going to do then, we're going to cook these at 400 now to crisp them up at 400 for about 10 to 15 minutes, and that'll get them crispy on the outside. Okay, let's do that. Okay, our wings are nice and crispy and golden brown, and I'm going to take them out of here and stick them in a bowl, and then we're going to move on.
And one last thing here before halftime here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take our wings that Dave has cooked off, and I'm going to coat them in our sauce that I made.
Okay.
And I'm just going to dip them, send them off to the side here.
Okay, great.
You can definitely smell the peanut butter. So I appreciate Matt giving us this recommendation.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to conserve as much of the sauce as I can here, so.
I think there's enough sauce there for like 3 dozen wings if you wanted to make that many.
Okay.
We did not, just for demonstration purposes, but yeah, you could make that many.
Yes. This is actually a big one right here. Okay, and without further ado, our halftime show is...
Hooray for everything!
Hey kids, take a walk on the wild side.
And all the racers sing
Do do do, shooby dooby doo doo doo, shooby dooby doo, yeah.
Okay, for our cheeseburger crunch wraps, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a sauce for them. We're going to take Thousand Island dressing, a ½ cup.
Ah, this looks awfully familiar.
½ cup of Thousand Island dressing. Get it all out there. 1/2 cup of barbecue sauce.
Okay.
this makes more than enough, so we'll have plenty. And a tablespoon of yellow mustard.
Okay. At least we're using the good kind.
Oh yeah.
Heinz is
Heinz mustard. It has a bit of a tang to it.
well, I'm talking about Heinz
Oh yeah.
being Pittsburgh.
Yeah, from around here. And we're just gonna mix this together until it's completely mixed. Now you can put anything in this sauce if you want: mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, whatever you want to put in it. We're using Thousand Island and barbecue sauce, but you can use anything you want, honestly. And that's it. We're going to set this aside and come back to it.
Okay.
Okay, the next thing I'm going to do to prepare for our Cheeseburger Crunch wraps, I have a drizzle of oil in my nonstick pan over medium-high heat. To that I'm going to add the sliced onions that Todd made earlier. Don't need that many. Just half an onion is fine. And we are going to stir fry these on medium-high heat until they are completely cooked. Okay, now that our onions have softened and they are nice and roasted here, I'm going to take them up and set them aside. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is on my iron skillet, which I use for this purpose, we're going to take a pound of ground beef. 80% lean is what I usually use. And we're going to cook that over medium heat with a little salt and pepper. Until it's brown, we're going to break it up into ground beef. We're not making patties, we're just making ground beef like you would make tacos or something like that. And let this cook on here. And we'll just keep chopping it. Alright, now that my ground beef has browned completely, I am going to drain this as best as I can. It's all chopped up here now. And I'm going to drain as much of the fat off of it as I can. No one wants a soggy crunch wrap. And then we're just going to set it aside. Okay, next step is we're going to assemble our burger wraps. I have some warm tortillas that I got. These are like extra large size. We're going to set these right in the center here. And I'm going to put a little bit of cheese in the very center. Doesn't have to be a lot. Just like what would be a slice of cheese or 2 slices of cheese. Okay, and then we're taking our burger and put some on top of that. Use maybe a quarter of it, not quite. Don't overdo it. And then on top of that, we'll take our caramelized onions that we made earlier, put a couple of those on there. Then some tomatoes, not very many. A little bit of dill relish. Totally up to you, you don't have to do that. And then about a tablespoon of our sauce that we made earlier. Just drizzle it over the top. Okay. Get this in a center right here. We're going to take 1/2 of this. Should fill about 1/3 of the space. So we're going to take half and fold it over. Take the bottom and fold that up. We want to make a nice square out of this. Take the other side and fold it in. And then take the top and fold that down to where we have a nice pocket. And we're just going to set this upside down on our tray to sit for a while we make the next one. The next thing I'm going to do with our Crunch Wraps is I'm going to take my non-stick skillet here again, and I'm going to take one of these Crunch Wraps, set it folded side down in a little bit of oil, just a drizzle of oil, not much, and we're going to brown both sides. We'll take this side first because that'll seal it, and then flip it over and brown it again. Only takes a couple minutes each side.
Time for our favorite part,
The taste test.
so here we go. What do you want to start off with, Dave?
Let's try the Crunch Wraps first.
Okay.
Just get a piece of the Crunch Wrap here. Looks cheesy.
Cheesy, melty, and so good. What do you want to try next here?
How about the dip?
Okay, I'll let you try it.
Okay, we'll get a little bit of a chip here. Try to get a piece of it out. That is really fresh. A little bit of onion in there is awesome.
Okay. All right. I've been waiting to try these bad boys here.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. Delicious. You guys are gonna absolutely love this. Enjoy. Wrapping up today, we want to thank you again for joining us and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before we go, always remember, it's good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. We'll see y'all soon. If you like this video or any of our other videos,
Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.